Hello, welcome to a random review update.
Yes, a random review update. Thank you, girls. You're helping me again today. Okay, so in the last video I received one of my Grail knives that I've been looking for, which is this titanium handled version of the Real Steel Luna. Now, I think I've got a bit of a problem with it, which is making me a little bit sad. So I might need to try and modify it, and I'll show you what the problem is. On a standard Real Steel Luna, the action is actually very smooth. The way it opens up, it clicks into that half stop, and then opens up. Bear in mind, I've had lots of Real Steel Lunas now, and they all have this nice smooth action where they open, stop there, and then fully open up. The issue I'm having with this knife, which is really annoying me, is that as you open it, you get to here and you suddenly face resistance at this position, and it feels really awful to open. Such a bad action on this knife, which is getting me down, because I saw other reviewers saying that because it's got this double washer and things inside, it's a lot smoother on the action, but this just feels terrible. Now, the options I have is I could try and complain and try and send this back and get a new one sent out. I feel a bit bad about doing that because I have already stripped it down and tried to real oil the hinge and everything, and I don't like messing around with that kind of thing. So what I'm actually going to do, I've got a feeling that there could be a rough spot on this part of the hinge where you open it and it rubs against the back spring, because it's always in the same place in this 90-degree position. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to strip this down, actually take out the blade and try and just smooth it over, polish it up. I've got some fine wet and dry papers. Polish that off, and I've got a feeling that's going to cure it, because it's been really getting me down and it's really putting me off the knife, and I want to make sure I use this knife. So I just wanted to show you what it was like before, and I'm hopefully going to do this work. See, it gets stuck there, and then I have to pull it a bit harder to open it. So I'm going to do that work and hope it improves the action of the knife, because I don't really want to be sending it back and trying to get another one, because I've got a feeling they might be all the same with the texture that's kind of on this knife blade. So I'll just show it before, and hopefully I'll be back with a working knife. So bye for now, YouTube.
Bye, YouTube. We'll see you next time on the next video. Bye. We'll see you. Bye. We got one too.
Quick progress video. So I've hit it with the 1500 grit wet and dry, the 3000 grit wet and dry, and I've also done a bit of polishing with my strop, which I use for sharpening the blades. So it's got some green, there's a mixture of green and grey compound on there, and I've taken it from this texture, which was all over the blade, to a lovely, I don't know if that'll show up on the camera with all the lights, to a lovely polished finish where the back spring rubs against the blade when you open it. So I'm hoping that improves the action. I'll stick this back together and let's see what happens. Okay, I'm back. It's only about 15 minutes after I recorded the previous video. And I took a bit of a gamble here, because obviously this knife costs just shy of £100. And you know, I've stripped it down and started filing bits off, so could have gone either way, but luckily it now opens nice and smooth all the way through to the half stop, and you'll see it's a beautifully polished joint in there now, and it just feels like a dream to open now. Really smooth, way better than it was. So I don't know whether someone else had already bought it and sent it back because they didn't like the feel of the action or what, but that is 100% better now, and I'm much more happy with the knife. So if you are getting issues with any of your Real Steel Lunas with the opening not being very smooth, it is relatively simple to strip it down and actually polish up that section of the blade, and it really does make a difference. So I'm a happy camper again, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers, YouTube.